Brian Powell of I Run Far here with Nikki Kimball after her second place finish at the 2018 Hardrock 100. Congratulations, Nikki.
Thanks, Brian. Saw you. I shared a few miles with you out there.
We did share some time out there.
Some bad jokes.
Some bad jokes. Some good jokes. Well, no, most
No,
no. But we had a good time out there.
Exactly.
You finished second, but you had some rough patches early.
Yeah.
What went on? Because you've just like this wealth of experience and great performances, but it's not always easy.
It isn't. And, I think I just, I didn't have time to altitude train except for a great ski weekend in the Beartooth and stayed in Ouray for a week before. Yeah. But, so I think I was just getting super dizzy with the altitude and I do well generally in altitude, but not this kind of altitude.
This is pretty high.
Yeah. And I think, it's so hard for me to know pacing because my body's constantly changing, when my track workouts are a mile slower at, going from 6 minutes to 7.5.
Yeah.
And, if you're doing 20-minute average, what are you going to?
And it's in, total endurance versus speed. Like,
right. Exactly. And so how do you tell, this isn't my 35-year-old body. This is my 47-year-old body.
And it's also not a track race. Like it's so variable even within this race.
It is. But I think I was consistent for, a decade. And then each year I just have to refigure out, okay, what can this body really do? But I had a great little meltdown and just kind of laid
coming
down
out of Telluride. So,
yep.
So tell me what that was like. How bad was it? What was going on?
I was dizzy. I just every time I couldn't walk in a straight line. I mean, this is at mile 20 something. Yeah. And, and I felt altitude, I guess, really. And then I knew that I was just over once if you push it just a little bit too hard in altitude, it takes you forever to come back from it. And that's a mistake I knew I shouldn't make. But I just think I wasn't treating my body well enough. I wasn't like, okay, no, this is where you are right now.
And in that moment, did you consider dropping out, like turning?
No. Well, that's why I took my little siesta. It was a little meditation, like, you have 48 hours to do this. It is disrespectful to the race to not finish if you can. I'm not going to, if you're hurt, you should drop without a doubt. Yeah. But, it's so hard to get into. And I wasn't hurt. I was just, I just really needed to kind of think. And it helped a lot. I'm really glad I did it. And then, the last 60 miles, I felt awesome. Yeah. But,
So you just took a 10-minute pause, just pulled off the trail?
Well, but I was my bad section. I was barely moving for, a couple hours, barely just crawling way slower than I was at 95 miles. So, what do you do?
That's like, this is something people can put in their tool bag. Like if things are going really wrong, just
lie down.
Break.
Yeah. And it was great. I found this little piece of forest that was just green and perfect. And I just laid down, put my pack as my pillow, and it was, and it was just a good time to just sort of stop, think about, why you're here, it's beautiful. And then once I started feeling well, it's just then I was I went from, thinking it was a race to talking myself being like, no, you're just going to finish this.
Yeah.
To then I started feeling great. And then I'm like, I wanted to race. But, it's really, honestly, I've been out of a walking boot for 4 months. I skied all winter. I can't complain about how my body is right now.
But I mean, and having seen you race before, in Western states, there's been years where you're joking around and going easy in a positive way early on before you go into Nikki mode.
Yes. Yep.
So, it wasn't in a positive light, but could have that going easy.
Well, no, I actually went super, I felt pretty chill the first, so the first aid station, the first cruise station. And then it was between there and Telluride that I think it was just one gear too high, and it just threw me in a way that it wouldn't have at a different altitude. But I know that, it's just, whatever. But the damage control I did obviously worked because I just kept getting stronger all race. And I just kind of ran out of real estate. And I was like, come on, just give us 20 more miles.
So that switch did flick at some point.
It did. It totally did. And I was just having a blast. I'm able to run, hard, and that's awesome. And there's just everyone you're running with is so fun, and it was awesome.
I was just a little reassured when I saw you coming out of Maggie That it wasn't you rapping, it was your pacer.
Oh, yeah. I know. When we're like at 13,000 feet and she's rapping.
Like, that shouldn't happen. Like,
about gingers
I tried
running.
She was freestyling, yeah. So,
yeah, it was amazing.
So you had a pretty good crew out there.
I had an awesome crew. I mean, it's like, all people I've either coached or been friends with for years and years and years. And, Jennifer Hemman showing up, we went to high school together. It's like, how awesome is this sport? That's really what it's about, is the people, the community. And that's what Hardrock's about. And I don't know, this community sharing these insane mountains. How can we not love it?
Yeah, it's pretty hard not to.
Yeah, it really is.
And it must have felt good having something those last like 10 miles.
Oh my God.
You were moving well.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. I was like, some of the, photographers on the course are like, why are you still smiling? And I'm like, because it's freaking awesome.
I'm assuming you didn't get hit with much weather of any.
Only one. We had that one storm that you probably just missed on the last climb. Storm came out, like we were right at the top when the
Little Giant.
Yeah.
When everything
got that. Started. Yeah, that was fun. But nothing. The lightning was far enough away that
just get
But putting a surge on at Little Giant, like that's not like as good as I was feeling.
Yeah.
I really wasn't looking for going like 400 meter pace to get off that mountain, but there was nothing else we could do. We had to get out.
Yeah, because you didn't have to turn around.
We didn't have to turn around, and that would have been so bad. Yeah. So, it's just like,
what was your favorite part of the race?
Oh my God, the last 90 miles. No, really. Once I started feeling good around, 40 around you, Ray, and it was all great, but it was all beautiful. It's hard. Like, how could you pick and choose?
Yeah.
Like, everybody's like, oh, Handy's, it's tall. It's because but everything's cool. There's just,
amazing.
It's hard to find an ugly inch of this course.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
I'm going to go out on a limb and guess your name will be in the lottery for next year.
Oh, I definitely will.
Yeah.
I would so love to get in again. I've been running since the 90s, like this is one of those things you want to do. And I would love to do this every year.
You finally got to do it though.
Yeah. I didn't always apply, but it's fun, like it's something you dream of when you start.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah.
It's special to finally kiss that rock.
Yeah, it is. That was just, and to just share it, like running with Darla for miles and miles and miles.
Did you?
Yeah, and Jeff Rome early on, and he was a student PT of mine. And
was he?
Yeah,
I had no idea. Yeah.
So yeah, it's just
he had a pretty good race too.
Yeah,
you're both second.
So cool. Yeah, we were both second.
Anything else on your calendar coming up, or?
Sort of a. I think I'm doing the Gobi 400, but I'm not sure yet. So it's I'm not sure I can afford to take time off work. So we'll see.
I'd highly encourage it.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
I do have to pay my mortgage.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, congratulations on a great run here at Hardrock.
Thanks so much.
And hope to see you back again here soon.
Thanks.